Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Fadipe, are you online? Amidat, are you online?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, Fadipe, Ahmed, Taiwo. I hope all of you are online.
Yes, sir.
Please,
Yes,
I've
sir.
sent the
Yes,
link. Yeah, Marvel, I've sent the link again. I've sent the YouTube again. So I will give us to when it is 5 minutes after, 5 minutes after what? After 2 or 10 minutes after two, we can start. So that everyone will be linked up to in YouTube and on the Zoom link. Because on the Zoom link, now let's just have 200 now, 200 on the dot. So let's just wait.
I see on my
Yes, come in. Hello? Okay, good afternoon, sir.
Ebake. You don't know my name, I see that. Eba anyone.
Morning, students.
Morning, sir.
Good afternoon, students. Is anybody here?
Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Morning,
sir.
sir. Good morning,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Good morning,
Good
sir.
afternoon. Good morning, sir.
Yeah.
Good
Yes,
afternoon,
good
sir.
morning,
Good
sir.
afternoon,
Good
sir.
afternoon,
We're in the afternoon now.
Good morning, but àwọn ilé gan-an.
Who is that?
Who be this one? I don't understand. Now they greet good morning for afternoon.
I am. Afternoon. Good
Can you guys hear
afternoon,
me? Can you guys hear me?
sir.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead, Jerry.
Was anybody
Don't take
available
on
for
she's
this
disturbing me.
lecture? No, we had the lecture yesterday. Hello? I can't hear anybody. You.
That we can hear. I can hear
Oh,
you.
yes, sir.
Continue.
Sir,
We
we
can
can
hear you.
hear you.
Sir, we can hear you.
We can hear you. Shoot.
Hey guys, I'm coming. I want to do some things. I'm coming back. Please. Be on you, please.
Okay, sir.
Sure, sir.
Okay, sir.
You will not be able to enter again.
Class is almost full.
Almost full.
Who be this one?
Class is already full now. God can't tell again.
Now the motor na self like say they go comot
How
mark
far?
for na
Oga,
mark
just
now
come
na
out
see.
that thing now.
The person
Hello.
supposedly doing it now.
Who will come up for lecturer to enter?
You comot na.
He's the admin now.
I disable Jesus. I don't think I can find myself, bro.
No, what is this? No, what is this? What is this? What is this?
Sometimes, how big is work for us now? Let's hear work now. But leave.
You know, when the class starts, you should keep that mic on like that. Oh.
I don't know say it on no vex, I beg.
All about -10 marks, Joe.
I think Pole one yesterday.
People don't come out now. Make the lecturer join.
You Mona come up for lecture. Make 10 people come out.
Yeah, now.
Different people go to enter now.
Why you not come out?
Oh, he's not part of
I said,
it.
I
Like,
never even watched since I've come
he's
here.
the admin. You don't need to.
Never start class.
I mean, is there any dry
The
cleaning?
lecturer is here now.
Yeah, the doctor is here. Everybody close mouth.
How much?
Start this class, Jerry.
Just straight, I don't have stabbing.
Who the man?
ILPM, EHR, ER, HRM. And your my ILPM, I like it.
What's going on for real? Stop laughing, don't worry.
Down. Like,
Mute your mic, please.
That was Ogali. That was Ogali.
Make class start now.
Why they teach 23 for matric number? 23 they begin matric number.
Tell me you mute your mic.
Hello, guys.
Oh, I post this surface.
This lecture always depends. We later take our class.
Like you want one person.
guys. Good afternoon. I'm very sorry. I know you guys are busy. I'm promoting an app.
Sir,
I just want you guys to
sir.
help me with your advice. Please, sir. Are you on class?
I don't understand this thing. Oh, what? Ah.
Ah, so, yeah.
Àtọmọ tàbí fẹ́ wọ sùn báyìí. Ọ̀fun. So, kí ló ń wọ́ tó ń dún báyìí? Wọ́n máa jẹ́ àrùn létí. Ọmọ yẹn serious in the group yìí wà láì. This online yẹn dey fail.
I'm very surprised. Though.
Gbogbo láì náà bàtà ló ti wẹ̀ fún.
What is around now? Let lecture start, please
Àtàrí.
now.
Àtọ̀dọ̀ ID gan mo ti mọ̀. Tó ní bàtà òfin láì náà tajà. Láì náà bàtà ló ti wẹ̀. Malai, lecturer ò sọ anything. Okay. You guys are here.
Are we still going to have class? Mommy wants sleep. Oh.
You will sleep now.
Make una sleep.
One of the class rep should be.
Good afternoon, everyone. Please, good afternoon,
Keep
everyone.
quiet.
Please wait
Eba.
for
Last time
Grace
he's talking.
to join us in a bit, please.
Oh,
Who will survive? This thing they consume data.
he was in the class. Still consume data. You are yet to wait. Wait.
We still going to have this class like this.
Come, are we having this class or not? My bow soon born.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Maybe can I?
I see what.
Oh, guys, boss, the Zoom is already filled up. Oh.
Okay, let's start.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I believe by now all of us must be online.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
The Zoom link now is not complete. Yeah, the Zoom link is complete now with 300, and the
Yes, sir.
remaining ones should be on YouTube. So
Yes,
please,
sir.
let's start. Now, this is the slide. I hope we are seeing it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes, sir.
move to the
Yes,
next
sir.
one. I hope you remember these people. Do you remember these people? Do you remember these lecturers, this course lecturer?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
only their name.
All right. Now, I think most of you have checked me in the office several times. Has anybody checked me in the office?
No.
No, sir.
No, sir.
So all of you only know me by voice online.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
okay, it's
sir.
good.
Yes,
So
sir.
you can see the days, Tuesdays, but no more Tuesdays. This is now, you can only check me on Wednesdays, on any Wednesday or any other day, but you must call me first on the phone. Is it okay?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please, let's follow the slide. Now, we know the course schedule, isn't it? All of us already are aware of the course schedule. We know the course schedule.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The course schedule is Wednesday, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then what else? Then the learning outcome. This is what you are supposed. This is what you are to learn at the end of the day. This is your learning outcome. Then we said we are using CC Maths. I hope some of you are you're already using CC Maths in some other courses.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Then this is somebody was asking me the other day that course content. This is the course content. This is your course content for the course. This is the course content. And I believe that most of you have the slide already. And this is the course outline for each week or each day we have lectures. Then this is the course materials. How many of us have gotten the course material from the university library? From university bookshop?
We've gotten it, sir.
Okay, you have gotten it. All right. Now, this is your examination evaluation. Exam is 70%, continual assessment is 30%. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So today we want to look, today's lecture, we want to look at computer system, the component of a computer system. Computer system, we are looking at the component of a computer system. And this is the presentation outline for today. This is what we are going to be discussing today. Computer system, component of a computer system. Components of a computer system, hardware, computer hardware, let's talk about the input devices, pointing devices, scanning devices, the central processing unit, type of processor, and type of storage devices. So that's what we are going to be looking at today. So as we move forward, we'll be asking ourselves some questions to make it an interactive. Jamiu, are you online?
Jamiu. Yes, sir. Yes, I'm online.
You are online.
Yes, sir.
Now, tell me, what is a computer system? What is a computer system from the slide in front of you?
A computer system is a collection of a computer system is a collection of entities that are designed to receive, process, manage, and present information in a meaningful format.
Are we all following?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So from our slide, we can see that a computer system is a collection of entities. When you are talking of the entities, you are talking of the hardware, the software, and the liveware. And each of all these entities are designed to what? To receive, to process, manage, and present information in a meaningful manner. So whatever you are presenting, whatever the computer is presenting, it must be in a meaningful word format. And that is why some of you always say in our secondary school that garbage in and garbage out. It's what you give to the system. That is what the system will give. So in other words, computer system is a basic, complete, and functional and what? And the functional what? hardware and software set up with what? With everything needed to what? Implement what? Computing what? Performance. Now, these are the components of a computer system. Jaja, are you there? Jeyoba, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Now, Jeyoba, okay, tell me, what are the components of a computer system?
Computer hardware, computer software, and liveware.
Okay, oh yeah, tell me, what do you understand by the computer hardware?
Computer hardware are the physical parts of a computer that can be seen and felt.
So we said that the computer hardware are those physical components, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
The physical components that you can what? That are tangible, that is those physical components of a system that you can touch, that you can see, that you can touch, you know, touching, that you can touch, the physical component. And if anything is physical, it means you can touch it, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And that is why we said examples are, okay, somebody is raising up your hand. If Oluwa, you want to say something?
Yes, sir. This computer hardware. In this slide, it is written that are physical parts or intangible parts.
Intangible. What do you understand by that word, intangible?
You said tangible, so I'm trying to see.
It's intangible, I want to say. Sorry, but what is intangible?
I think that
things that cannot be touched, things that are touched.
I'm asking a simple question. What is intangible?
Tangible something that you can touch. Intangible are things you can't touch.
Something that is not physically present.
Things that are physically.
As I said, what is intangible? I said our
Tangible
physical,
things are things you can
intangible parts of a computer system. So I'm asking us, what is this word, intangible?
Intangible means you can touch. Intangible means
we can what?
Cannot be touched.
Tangible things cannot be touched.
Things that are not physically present. That can't be touched.
Mobolaji, you want to say something? Mobolaji, you are raising up your hand. Mobolaji. Mobolaji, are you raising up your hand?
No, sir.
Okay. You want to say something? You want to say something?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. Now, what about the computer software? What do you mean by the computer software? Oluwapo. Okay. Yes. What is computer software?
Computer software are the intangible part of the computer.
The what?
Intangible part.
Computer software.
Software. I think they are the programs or applications.
No, I'm asking.
Okay.
Ifeoluwa. Okay, Ifeoluwa,
They
talk.
are not as programs or applications.
From our slide, computer software are also known as what? Programs and what? Application. They are the parts that you cannot what? Touch. They are the physical part that you cannot touch. And we said that they are classified into two classes: the system software and the what? The application software. Then the other one, the third one, then the other third component is the liveware. And we said it is what? Is the computer what? User. Is the computer what? User. Then who are the computer user in this case now?
We are the user.
Somebody said it's not understand. Somebody is talking from the background. What do you not understand? You said? Somebody's talking from the background. He said he doesn't understand. What don't you understand before we move to the next slide? Okay, this is the computer hardware. J.U. Oba, you want to say something? J.U. Oba, you are raising up your hand.
Yes, sir. Sir, please, in that computer hardware, sir. Sir, intangible means something that can't be seen. It's supposed to be tangible.
Supposed to be tangible.
Yes, sir.
So that means we remove this word.
But
is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
So tangible means what you can what?
Yes.
What you can see.
What you can what? What you can what? Tangible means what? What you can what?
What you can see.
What you can see, what you can, isn't it?
Yes.
And we said that examples are the input devices, the output devices, and the central processing unit and storage what? Devices. Then we said the computer software are the intangible parts. So that means those are the parts that you cannot touch, isn't it? And we said they are classified into system software and the application software. Then we said the liveware are the computer what? User. And we said who are the computer users?
You and I.
You and I.
Yes, sir.
So is this component, is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, is this slide, this particular slide now, is it okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, let's move to the next one. Who is still raising up your hand? Oluwabode Daniel, you are raising up your hand? Oluwabode, are you raising up your hand? Alonge, are you raising up your hand?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Okay, talk fast. Let's move on.
Yes, sir. Please, sir, can you mute everyone here? Because personally, I'm finding it difficult to hear what
Okay,
you're
I should
saying.
mute
Sir.
everyone.
If anyone wants to answer question, let them raise their
Yes,
hands.
sir. I
So,
can't hear anything too.
Okay, I will try and mute everyone, but let's move on. So we have seen the three components of a computer system: the computer hardware, the computer software, and the liveware. And the liveware is the who and the what? The user. Then this is the computer hardware. So this is the computer hardware. You can see the picture. At least some of us are already familiar with this kind of diagram. We are familiar with this diagram, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
I will
Yes,
call
sir.
individual.
Yes, sir.
Macaulay.
Yes, sir.
Oluwatimileyin, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Oluwatimileyin.
Sir?
What
are you seeing in that diagram? What do you see? Measure those things you are seeing as the hardware.
Monitor.
You said what?
I can see a monitor. Oh.
You can see a monitor.
It's not that clear. I'm coming.
It's not that clear. You can see keyboard.
Keyboard,
you can
yes.
see mouse. You can see CPU.
Yes. Can see a
so
CPU.
So that is it. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Then move to the next slide. Okay, Oluwatimileyin. Oh yeah, tell me what do you understand now by computer hardware?
Hardware are just the physical component of a computer that can be seen and felt.
Okay, hardware refers to the word, the physical, the tangible computer equipment and devices which provide support for major function, function. We have already mentioned it. We said such as input, which we have mentioned storage, output, and other, isn't it? So yes, from the picture, from the diagram, you know what is what? A hardware. And we said that the hardware refers to the physical component or a functional unit of a computer which make up the what? The computer what? Configuration. And also you should know that the design and the construction of the hardware of a computer is referred to as is what? The architecture or what? configuration. Are we all there now? Do we all now understand this English? Do we understand this statement?
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes,
we will use this statement now to move to the next slide. Now, this is the computer hardware, isn't it? In the computer hardware, you have the what? The keyboard. You can see where it's connected to. You can see the monitor, see where it's connected to. You can see the CPU, central processing unit. You can see the memory. You can see the motherboard. You can see the what? The hard drive. Joy Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Joy Sunday.
Yes, sir.
What are you seeing in this slide?
Sir, I'm a visual impaired student, so I can't see anything.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we'll move on.
Yes.
It's all right. So this is the physical component of a computer system. The physical component of a computer system. Now, this is the component of a computer system. These are the components of a computer what? System. Nifemi, are you online? Nifemi. Nifemi, are you there? So, Abdullahi, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Abdullahi, I want you to take a look at this diagram. Just explain what you know about this diagram.
What I'm seeing from this diagram is listing how the components of computer system, starting from the central unit, CPU.
Now, you can see this data. You see this data?
Yes, sir.
Where is it going through? It's going through where?
Through the input units.
And it's entering where?
The arithmetic logic units.
Correct. And it is being controlled by what? The central processing unit. Now, if you look at the component, the central processing unit is made up of what? Control unit, the arithmetic unit, and the what?
And the memory.
And the memory. So how many components is it made up of?
3.
Can we say it again?
Control unit, arithmetic logical unit.
Because I'm going to ask questions
Memory.
in the next slide. Yes. So I'm going to ask questions in this part. When in the next slide, I'm going to ask questions. So that's why I'm asking you now to look at it. So how many components are you seeing under the central processing unit? The control unit, the arithmetic logic unit, and the memory. So that is the control unit. So that is where the process takes place. And it's what Hannah happened. It now produces what? Isn't it?
Yes.
Isn't it?
Very well, sir.
Yes, sir.
You said?
I can't hear you very well, sir.
Sir, we can't hear you clearly. We can't hear you at all, sir. Please let them mute their mics, please.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You can hear me very well now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's move on. I said this is the component of a computer system. Now, one of the components of a computer system that I want you to take note from this slide, that I want you to look at very well and always remember, is the central processing unit. Now, when a data comes in, I'm asking, where does it pass through? It passes through the what?
The input unit.
Input unit.
Input what?
Unit.
Unit.
Yes, input unit. So let's look at this diagram very well, because this is the diagram we are going to be using subsequently. We are going to be making references to. Now, when it goes in, what happened? It goes to where? The arithmetic logic unit. Then it goes to the what? The control what?
Unit.
Then from the control unit, what does it happen? What happened? It goes straight to where?
The memory.
Auxiliary memory.
Auxiliary memory.
Yes. But when it's producing an output, it goes to the what? Output what?
Unit.
And what comes out of the output unit?
Information.
Information
and
and knowledge.
And we said that the information must be a useful one, isn't it?
Yes.
Meaningful one. That is what we said, isn't it?
Yes,
That is what
sir.
we said at the beginning. That it must be what?
Meaningful.
That it must be what? It must have a meaningful format. Are we following?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Please, no one should forget this diagram. This diagram must be your best friend. So please don't forget it. Then we'll move on. This is just the hardware component of what we have explained earlier on. It's just a simpler one to represent it. But the best one, the best diagram is this. It's easy for you to know. It's easy for you to understand. Then we'll move on. Then we'll say computer hardwares are of what? The input devices, the pointing devices, the scanning what? Devices. Now, what is an output? Who can tell me what's an output? Output, input, output. Who can explain? Just one sentence.
Input is bringing in and output is the result.
They are
Yes.
peripheral devices.
Yes. Input is to what?
To bring
Taking
in
data. Instruction.
Yes,
and
data and instruction. While output is information.
Output is giving out data.
Yes, correct.
is giving us meaningful information.
Correct. Then the peripheral devices are what? The what?
That the
output
and output function.
Yes, correct. Now, nobody should tell me that's not seeing this input devices. Who can tell me these input devices from this diagram?
Keyboard and mouse. Keyboard and
Okay,
mouse.
good. And what are the function? What are the function of the input devices? What are the functions?
It converts
data into binary code.
Okay, it converts inputted data into a what? A binary
code.
Sends data.
The main memory of the computer.
Yeah. So that is the input devices. So what about the output device? What about the output device? Okay, these are the input devices. I hope all of us have seen these input devices.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Are you sure you have seen all these input devices? Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okon, please. Okon, Prince. You want to ask question? You have been raising up your hand since. Okon, Prince.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, I'm listening. Be fast.
Yeah, please. Like Mr. Longe said earlier, kindly mute everybody's mic, please, sir, so that if anybody is making contributions, we would hear and learn, because it's too noisy and random. We're not listening. We're not getting anything you're saying, please.
Okay, I'll mute everybody now. Just give me some minutes. Let me mute all. Okay. We move on. These are input devices. And we said that you can use an input devices such as a keyboard or a mouse to input what? Data. You input data and you issue what? And command. And those commands are instructions that the computers must follow. Or those are the instructions that the command must obey, must follow. And that's why we said it's an instruction. So we have examples of input devices. We have the keyboard, we have the printed devices, and we have the what? The scanner. Now, if you have that materials and you go to chapter 3, you will see where it is asked what are the function of the keyboard? What does the keyboard do? What do we use the keyboard to do? And how the keyboards are organized? How are they organized? What do we use them for? Of course, we use them for typing. And we always say that the keyboard contains what? Contains alphanumeric numbers such as letters, numbers, punctuation marks, and symbols. Then we have other special characters on the keyboard. We have some functions on the keyboard. So those are examples. Keyboard is an example of input devices. Then for the pointing devices, you have the mouse, you have the track ball, you have the touch pad, you have the pointing stick, and finally you also have the scanner. Then for the input the input, we said that the input unit is what? Is a unit that constitutes a number of what? Input devices. And input devices is used to show the result of what? Of the processing of the process. Now, what other things can we say about the output device? We said the output unit is what? Is used for storing the result as processed by the computer. So that is the result we get. We get an output result. And what are the basic functions of the output unit? What are the basic functions? Now, some of the basic functions that is accept data or information sent from memory. It accepts data or information sent from main memory of computer, and it converts binary coded information into high-level language or inputted language. That is what, just know it, that the output is the meaningful result or the knowledge, that the information that is being brought out, that is the result. So also we have various form of output devices, and from the slide you can see the output devices. That is the output devices shows the result of the process data, of the processing data. And what are those devices that allow you to see the output? Those are the monitor. And under the monitor, you have various types of monitor. You have the flat panel, you have the LCD, and you have the CRT monitor. Then for the printer, you have the laser printer, you have the inkjet printer, and you have the dot matrix printer. So those are examples. Those are some of the examples of the output devices. What shows the result of the processing data? What is being brought out? How is it brought out? How do you see it? It's through the output device. Then when you talk of the storage unit, we say the storage unit is used to store data. It's used to store data and instruction before and after processing. So that is what the storage unit does. And these are a good example of the storage media that we see all the time, that we see around us. You see the magnetic media. The magnetic media, under it, you have the hard disk, you have the tape, you have the floppy disks. Then you also have another type, which are what we call the optical storage devices, such as the CD-ROM, the DVDs, the DVD writable, the DV writable, the writable CD-RW. Then you have this CD-ROM. Those are all types of optical storage devices. Even from the diagram too, you can see some of the examples in the diagram. Then you have the flash memory. The flash memory. In the flash memory, you have the flash memory card, the USB flash storage device, the USB drive, which what we refer to as a flash drive. Then the processing hardware. The processing hardware. So one of the processing hardware that we know, even from the first diagram we showed, is the motherboard. The motherboard. And this is an example of the motherboard. From this diagram, you can see a motherboard. Then Another one is a processor. Two, from the diagram, from the slide, you can see the processor. But you should know that the motherboard is the main electronic component of the world, of the computer. Without the motherboard, the system is seen as an empty case. Empty case. So that's why when some engineer go to the market, they'll say, oh, they want to buy an empty case. An empty case, it doesn't contain the motherboard. It doesn't contain some of those hardware that is required. So, but for a system to function, for a system to be a system, it must have what we call the processing hardware. And one of the processing hardware is the motherboard. We said is the main electronic component of the computer. The other one is the microprocessor. A microprocessor is one of the most important pieces of processing hardware on the motherboard. You can see the little diagram here. So these are the processing hardware that we know. And cards are also part of it, but cards are removable circuits. Macaulay, you are raising up your hand. Macaulay, are you raising up your hand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm listening.
Sir, please, is the microprocessor inside the motherboard?
Yes, now. You see, this is where the microprocessor is. Let's go back to that motherboard initially. Do you see this CPU? Do you see this CPU?
Yes.
Do you see where it's pointing to? These are the areas that you see the micro. Do you see my keyboard? Do you see it moving?
Yes, sir.
So these are the areas where you find the processor. This is it now. The CPU. This is it. It's a hardware. You can touch it. You go to the market, you buy it, and when you buy it, you put it in the motherboard. So from this hardware organization, you can see where you can find the motherboard. So every of these components, like the keyboard, the monitor, the CPU, the memory, the hardware, they are all connected to what? To the what? The keyboard. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Oh, somebody want to ask question again? Onyi, you want to ask question?
Yes,
Onyi.
sir.
Okay, what is
Yes,
your
sir.
question?
Yeah, please. And my question is the motherboard also known as the circuit board?
The circuit board. Yes, that is what we are saying. Is there now? The circuit board. That is what we said. We said it's circuit board. The motherboard, some people call it motherboard, some people call it circuit board. The circuit board and the motherboard, or the circuit board is in the motherboard. Can you see this diagram very well?
Yes, sir.
Are you seeing?
Yes,
you can
sir.
see it. That is the motherboard. Now look at this one very well. This is what we refer to as the processor. This is the processor. These are the processor, the chips. All this component, this chip, this processor is on the motherboard. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So we move on. Then we have the memory unit. We said that the memory is used to what? To store data and instruction before and afterwards processing. Before and after processing. Let's go back to that our little diagram again, which I said you should know. You should always remember. Now look at it. Can you see the memory? We all see where the memory is. What are the two types of memory are you seeing there? The RAM and the what? The ROM. Isn't it? So let's move on. So memory is used. Alonge, you want to say something? You are raising up your hand again. Alonge, you want to say something?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. You said something about output device the other time. So I want to ask if a projector is example of output device.
Yes, a projector is an example of output devices. And a projector is an example of a peripheral what? Device. Are you with me? Are you with me? Alonge, you can see that a projector gives out an output. It displays results now. Don't it display results? It shows the result on the screen, but it's what they will refer to it as a peripheral what? Device. So memory is also called the primary memory or the what? The internal memory. I would say it is used to store data. Either the data is stored permanently or what? Temporary. Now we said that computer memory can be classified into two: the primary memory and the secondary what? The memory. Now let's look at the memories. These are all the types of memory. These are some of the memory we can see: the random access memory, the RAM, the caching memory, the virtual memory, the read-only memory. Then these are all the memory, but our main focus is going to be on this, the read-only memory, and this, the random access memory. That is our main focus. So now, first of all, what is the primary memory? Now, just as we earlier said, we said that the primary memory is also referred to as the what? The main memory. And the main memory is directly or indirectly connected to the what? To the central processing unit for the what? So that's why I said you should not forget this diagram. You can see the memory. We said the RAM and the ROM. And we said they are what? Directly or indirectly connected to the what? To the central processing what? Unit. So processing, the central processing unit. Do you understand, everyone? Okay, let's move on since I've moved everyone. But the CPU, as you know, is central processing unit it continuously read instruction. You read all the instruction, you store them and execute them as when required or as is required. But just as we have said earlier on, we said the primary memory can be what? Further classified as what? The RAM and ROM. If you look at that diagram, it's classified as ROM. Then what do we mean by RAM? R-A-M, RAM. What do we mean by RAM? What do we mean? What do we mean? He said the RAM is what? Is in the place, it is in the place in a computer where the operating system is. The operating system, that's where you find, that's where the operating system is, that's where the RAM is. And it is, we said it is volatile because as soon as the computer is tuned up without shutting down properly, as soon as it's tuned up, all the contents becomes unaccessible. So that's why we said it is said to be volatile, since its contents are accessible as long as the computer is on. So as long as the computer is on, you can always access it. But as long as the computer is tuned off without you saving it, it becomes, the content becomes what? Unaccessible. It means you can't find the content you were working on before. You can't find the details, the content you were working on, you were trying to work on, or you were working on if you didn't save it. So that's why we said that this part of the computer stores operating system software. It stores the software application and other information for the central processing unit. So that is what we mean. But what I want you to always remember is that it is volatile. RAM is volatile. It is said to be volatile since its content are accessible only as long as the computer is on. But when the computer is turned off, the content of RAMs are no more accessible. So that's why most times when you are typing, you save. When you are typing, you save. You are typing, you save, because we know that as soon as the system is tuned off, it loses all its content, and you need to start afresh. Then the read-only. The read-only. This is the read-only memory. Now, the read-only memory, we said is programmed. Is the manufacturer that program it. And why? Because it contains the manufacturer's instruction. So that's why we said it is programmed at manufacturing time, and it contains the manufacturer's information. Its content cannot be changed by user. You cannot change any content in the ROM, R-O-M. So you should know the difference between the RAM and the ROM. We said that the RAM is volatile. It's volatile in the sense that its content are accessible only as long as the computer is on. But as soon as the computer is turned off, the content of RAM are no more accessible. But for the ROM, R-O-M, there are programs that are manufactured at what? By the manufacturer. They are programmed by the manufacturers, and it contains the manufacturer's what? Instruction. Its content cannot be changed by user. You cannot change it, and it is permanently what? Stored. So you can't change it at all. So, and there are some examples that you can say ROM are also stored at an initial program called the bootstrap loader. So that's how it works. You can't change the content. The content there are permanent. So ROM or RAM is a special type of memory which can only be read, and the content of which are not lost even when the computer is turned off. Even when the computer is turned off, the content will still remain the same. Daniel, you want to ask a question?
Yes, sir.
Daniel.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yes, the ROM, you said only the manufacturer can change it.
The ROM contains the manufacturer's instruction. It cannot be changed by users. I said it cannot be changed by the users. But
Can
only
I
the
give an example or something?
Okay, you want to give an example?
Yes, okay, let's say a phone storage. A phone that comes with maybe a 4 gig ROM, I mean 4 gig ROM,
Yes.
sorry.
Yes.
But there are certain updates that come sometime maybe monthly or sometime yearly.
Yes.
I can change that 4 to 6 or 8.
Yes.
Since I changed it like that, so how is it the manufacturer?
You're asking a question, or you are also giving an example?
Yeah, I gave an example. I said a phone that comes as 4 gig ROM.
Yeah.
And
yes.
There are certain updates that comes with the phone that
Yes.
sometimes
Yes.
can be done either monthly or yearly.
Yes.
And
yes.
these updates can help upgrade your phone from maybe 4 to 6 or 4 to 8. There are phones that can upgrade the ROM.
Yes. Yes. But the user cannot change it, isn't it? But the user cannot change it, isn't it? But the user, can the user change it?
Yes, but you can't change it. But it was his choice. It was his choice to change it, though. He was the one who changed it, not the manufacturer.
Okay. All right. Daniel, you are not satisfied? Daniel, you are still raising up your hand? Daniel, you are raising up your hand. Okay. Then let's move on. Let's move on. You have so the secondary memory. The secondary memory is also what we refer to as the auxiliary memory. The secondary memory, the auxiliary memory is a storage. It is not directly accessible by the what? By the CPU. So most times computer uses it as its input and output channel to what? Access what? Storage, to access secondary storage and transfer the desired data using intermediary in an intermediate area in the primary what? Storage. So we have various examples of storage devices, and these are examples of secondary devices. Daniel. Grace. Grace, are you there? I see you are looking at me. Grace. No, Grace don't want to talk. Okay, let's move on. So these are secondary storage devices. Then these are examples of storage, secondary storage devices. So the secondary storage device, as you can see, they all stores data and programs permanently. They stores their programs permanently. So that is what it is. They store it permanently, and it is what? It is retained after the power. All the data that are stored permanently is still retained, even when the power is what? Turned off. So that is just it. Jerry, you want to ask a question? You're raising up your hand. Jerry.
Yes, sir. You give you a call here. You muted all of us, so they cannot answer you.
Okay. Okay. Is it okay now? Do you know what secondary storage can do? We said secondary storage, they stores data and programs permanently. And even when the system is turned off, when the computer is turned off, they will still retain all the what? All the content. And we have example. For example, the hard drive. We have an example of all those. We have hard drive, we have floppy disks, we have optical, laser jet, and others. Many examples like that. Macaulay. Yes, Macaulay, be fast. We have spent 1 hour already. You said?
Please, what is the difference between the storage and the memory?
The storage. The storage and the memory.
Yes.
The storage and the memory. The storage.
Yes, and memory.
And memory. This is the storage now. We said the storage is where data, where information are stored. Where the information and the data are stored. Even before processing and after processing is stored there in the memory. Storage are places where the documents are kept, where the content, the programs are kept, either temporarily or permanently. But for the second storage, for the secondary storage device or the second storage, all the data there are kept permanently, even when the light, even when the power is turned off. So, for example, we have the hard drive, and I believe some of us must have seen. Okay, let's not be too far. Your flash drive. Where will you classify your flash drive? The flash drive you always buy. Where do you classify it? Where do you classify it? Macaulay, Jerry, where do you classify your flash drive that you normally buy?
Secondary storage.
Hello? Okay, let's move on.
Secondary storage.
Then let's quickly look at the central processing unit. So the most important thing I also want you to remember is that the task of performing operations like arithmetic and logical operation is called processing. That is the act when you are performing an operation like arithmetic and logic. We refer to it as what? The process, as processing. But you should know that the central processing unit, which is called the CPU, is called the brain. It is called the brain of a computer, and it is an electronic circulatory that carry out all the instruction given by what? By a what? By a computer program. Now, I want to ask a question. The CPU, how many parts are the CPU? How many parts? The CPU.
3 parts. It's 3 parts.
The CPU, how many parts does it have?
3.
Can anybody say it? Okay, Ifeoluwa, how many parts?
3, sir.
3? Okay, what are those 3?
Control unit, arithmetic and logic unit, then the memory.
Then the memory. So that is why we have this diagram, and that's why you must know this diagram. If you look at this diagram, if you look at this figure, you see the central processing unit. What are those three components you are seeing there now?
Control unit,
Control unit,
arithmetic, logic unit,
arithmetic unit, and what?
memory.
Memory. So that is the, those are the three parts or the three components of the central processing unit. Now let's quickly just look at the control unit. What did we say the control unit do? What does it do? We said it controls all the operations. It controls all the operations like the input, like the processing, like the output. They are all what? Performed by the what? The control unit. And just as I said, we said it coordinates that, which is the most important thing. The central processing, just his own work, his own task, his own function is just to coordinate all activities of the computer. And how does it do it? It does it by determining which operation to perform and in what order to carry them out. Another major function is that the CPU transmits the coordinating control signal to other computer components. Now we have what we refer to the arithmetic unit, one of the major components of the system. Arithmetic unit. And what do we mean by arithmetic? Somebody online that can tell me what we mean by arithmetic unit, arithmetic and logic unit. Anybody?
Adding and subtracting.
Oduntayo. Okay.
It's
Tell
adding
me,
and subtracting.
what do you mean by? What do you mean by?
It's like subtraction, multiplication, addition, equals to, greater than.
Yes. So when we talk about the arithmetic and logic unit, first of all, arithmetic, what comes into your mind? What comes into your mind when you hear the word arithmetic? So arithmetic has to do with what? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, and what? Division. So it is the unit, the AL unit is the unit that performs arithmetic function, just as we have mentioned, like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Now, when you talk of the logical operation of it, you are talking of such like greater than, less than, and equal to. So those are the logical operations that we are talking. It also involves comparison, like less than or equal to, like less than or equal to, all those comparisons. So it is the arithmetic unit, it is the arithmetic and logic unit that does those functions. Then generally, what is the function of the central processing unit? Macaulay, I think I've unmuted you. Macaulay, if you're online, Macaulay, can you say one of the functions of the CPU? Macaulay. Macaulay is not online. He's busy. So, okay. Joe and Matthew. Matthew, you want to say something? Okay. Joel.
It controls all the parts of software and data flows of computer, and
it controls what?
Performs all operations.
Yeah, it performs all. Yes.
It performs all operations.
Okay, so the function are much. First, it controls all the parts and software and the data flow of the computer. Some of us are still talking again. Some people are still raising up. Some are raising up. Okay, Latifat. Let me give you an opportunity. Latifat, yes. You want to say something?
It send information to output device.
Correct. Yes. What more? It stores data. Now, the CPU, central processing unit, it stores data. Either the data is permanent or is temporary. It stores it. And it does, just as we said, it performs the major tasks of arithmetic and logical operation. And I believe that at this level now, you should know what is logical operation. You should know what is arithmetic operation. And finally, from the slide, it executes programs store in the memory. So those are the functions of the CPU. Olubode Daniel, you want to say something? Yes, Olubode Daniel, you want to say something? Olubode Daniel, what do you want to say? Okay, I don't know if you are online. Okon, you want to say something? Okon Prince.
Sorry to bother you. I know you are.
Okay. No, we are just raising up your hand without talking. Olubode, I said you should talk. Olubode Daniel.
Okay. But one can also ask the question. She's just joining.
Okon Prince, you want to say something? You are raising up your hand, Okon Prince. Okay, what do you want to say?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay, I wanted to add to that point concerning the functions of the CPU.
Okay, add.
Which is decoding, sir. Decoding, sir.
Okay, decoding. But don't you think that the coding is part of this? Somebody is making noise. I want to mute. I'm trying to look for the person that is making noise in the background. So Okon, you have said coding, is it?
Hello, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I'm hearing you, Okon. I'm hearing you, Okon. Okon, I'm hearing you. Okay. Since muted everyone, but let's move on. Then computer hardware. Okay, this is just a small questions. Okay, I think that's where the slide stop. That's where today's lecture stop. Function of CPU, function of the CPU, that's central processing unit, the function of it. Then this is a little exercise that I wanted everybody to answer. Probably let me unmute everyone. And here. Okay, now, can somebody answer this question? Somebody answer the question. I've unmuted everyone.
Okay, sir.
Okay, what? The function. Oh, yeah, now who wants to ask questions? You can now ask. I've unmuted everyone.
Sir.
Yes.
Good afternoon, sir. Sorry for taking you back. Under the functions of output unit.
Function of
there's one output unit.
Output unit.
Yes, sir.
Under the function.
Yes, it says it converts binary coded information into HLL.
Yes.
So I don't understand the meaning of that HLL.
The HLL is
high level language.
High level
language.
Okay, thank you.
High level language. Any questions? Anybody want to ask questions? Anybody want to comment? Anybody want to add? You said? Anybody want to ask? Want to end the class? You said?
We talked about bootstrap loader. Please, what's
Mufon Rachel, you are raising up your hand. Talk before we end the class. Mufon Rachel.
On the type of you mentioned LCD.
I can't hear you well. It seems that network from here is cracking.
I said, based on the type of monitor you mentioned.
So
you mentioned LCD, CRT. So I know the
Is it this? Is it this one?
No. Types of monitor.
Yeah, type of monitor. You are asking for the full meaning of LCD?
Yes.
And you're asking for the full meaning of CRT?
Yes, sir.
Okon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can hear you, sir.
Please answer this question. LCD. What's the full meaning of LCD and CROT?
What did you say, sir?
What is the full meaning of that LCD and CROT? Come again. Come again. What is it? Is CROT and LCD.
Can you hear me?
Display.
Who is answering the question? LCD, CROT. What is the full meaning?
Liquid crystal display.
You said?
Liquid crystal display.
Okay. All right. Balogun, you want to say something? Balogun.
Sir, the full meaning of LCD is liquid crystal display.
Okay. Okol, you want to say something?
Yes, sir. I wanted to ask a question, sir.
Okay, ask.
Yes, my question is, please, what do you think the difference? What are the key difference between the control unit and arithmetic logic units in the CPU?
Okay. Now, if you remember that diagram, do you still remember that diagram?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember this diagram? Do you remember this diagram?
Yes, sir.
So from there, we can see the difference between CPU and the central. This control unit and the arithmetic what? Unit, isn't it?
The arithmetic logic unit, sir.
The arithmetic logic unit. Now,
yes,
when you look at it, you discover that that is where operations are performed. All those arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. That is where it is done. And that is where also you have comparison, like less than or greater than or higher than. Now, when we are talking of the control unit, the control unit is basically has the responsibility to control the execution unit of the arithmetic unit. Is the control unit that has the responsibilities to control and to execute the ALU, that is arithmetic unit, the data buffering, and the register. So it is the work of, if you look at this diagram now, it's the work of the control unit to control the arithmetic unit. Now, it also is as it is also the responsibility of the control unit to fetch and to decode and to handle every instruction and stores the result. So it is the control unit from this diagram. It is the control unit that handles and executes and store the result, while the arithmetic and logic is just to perform operation. But the control unit controls all the activities that goes on in the arithmetic unit and store it. Now, if you look at the input, device, the input is connected to the control unit. The arithmetic unit is connected to the control unit. The auxiliary unit is controlled. It is connected to the what? The control unit. The output and the what? The output unit is controlled. Is connected to the what? The control what? Unit. So that means inavailable. That means that the control unit direct the flow. So it is the control unit that is directing the flow of data sequence. Is the control unit that is directing the flow of data sequence between the processor and other devices. Do you understand, Oko?
Yes, sir.
So just know one thing. One thing I want you to know is that it is that the control unit is one that directs the flow of data sequences between the processor other devices. Just have it. And it is also the control unit that interprets the instruction. It is the control unit that interprets the instruction and controls the flow of data in the what? In the processor. Is it okay?
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
But
sir.
the arithmetic unit is just to perform operation of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and logical words. And logical words. Logical operations such as greater than, less than. But it is the control unit that tells the arithmetic unit the sequence to follow and how to follow it. If the control unit is not there, the arithmetic unit cannot perform its function. Any question? Any contribution? Any contribution? Any more questions? What? I can't hear you.
Sir, I have a question, sir.
Ask now.
That input device, sir.
Input device. Is it on this same diagram?
No, sir. No, sir. Under the input device, that they said you use an input device such as keyboard or a mouse to input device and issue command.
This one?
Under the keyboard. So what is the meaning of that ergonomic?
Okay. Okon.
I can hear you, sir.
I said, what is the meaning of that word? What is the meaning of this word? Olubode, what is the meaning of that word? Balogun, what is the meaning of this word? Balogun, what is the meaning of that word?
I don't know.
How can you say you don't know? We did it in primary school. We did it in secondary school. We did it in YL. You are still asking me, and I'm not asking you what is that word.
So it has to do with
Design or
design
of a keyboard. The design of a keyboard, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Have you seen the design of a keyboard before?
to hold it like a game controller.
Have you seen the design of a keyboard before? You have not seen the design of a keyboard?
So,
you said what?
50 million times today.
Okay, now I will give you an assignment now.
Hey.
Don't say A. I'm asking you a question you don't want to answer. If you look at this keyboard, there are two types of keyboard. You remember that keyboard? You remember the arrangement of it? You remember some start with QWERTY, isn't it? Some keyboards start with QWERTY, isn't it? And some start with what?
QWERTY.
And some start with what? Start with what? Okay, since you don't want to answer what we did in secondary school, I will give you an assignment. Go and do this assignment. Please go and do this assignment in that workbook. Design the various design. You know, the various type of keyboard. Give me the design.
Could you please say that
again? The various design of keyboard. Write it in that workbook. Write it in that workbook. Anytime you are opportune to come to campus, anytime you come around the campus, you can check me in office. I will mark it. Yes, who is raising up hand? Ebubechuku, you want to ask question or we should end the class?
Please repeat. Could you repeat the assignment again, please?
I said keyboard. This word keyboard. What is the meaning of this word? I said you should give me the design of the various keyboard. I try to let you know that some keyboards start with QWERTY. What does that keyboard start with? You have a question?
Yes,
Ebube, you have a question? Olubode Daniel, you have a question? Who has a question? Francis? Okay.
So you want to draw the types of keyboard, the various design of keyboard.
I said the design of keyboard. A keyboard has design, have various design. Some start with W, some start with QWERTY. What does the other stand for? What do they start for? So give me the design of. I don't know.
Okay, sir, but should it be written?
Draw the diagram on that work. Just draw the diagram on that book. Anytime you are opportune to. I didn't say you should come and submit. I didn't say you should come. Don't come and submit. Don't come. Anytime you just throw around the campus, anytime you are opportune to come to the campus, anytime I said, just walk to the office and tell me, sir, this is the design, and I will mark it.
Your office?
It's on the slide now. It's on the slide. I'll be having picture. Ebibechuku. Okay. Now let's quickly answer this question. Then we'll close the lecture for today.
I was asking, what's the meaning of ROM? So what's the meaning of bootstrap loader?
Answer. What is this question? What is this? What is the answer to this question?
A physical component of the computer.
What is it again?
B.
A physical component of the computer.
A physical component of the computer.
Is a hardware. A hardware is a physical component of the what?
Of a computer.
Of computer.
Don't miss it in the test. Don't miss it in the test, and don't miss it in the exam. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So we end the lecture for today. Yes.
Thank you very much, sir.